pop up on my phone that we're live on YouTube.
It's not on yet. It's preparing to go live right now.
All right, let me go put some makeup on real quick. I thought you weren't drinking on this podcast.
I'm not. What are you talking about?
You on video, you son of a bitch. Oh, shit. Yes, sir. All right, should I send the link? Drinking on this podcast. Whoa.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me put some makeup on real quick.
You stupid.
Oh, that played on your side?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is that? I'm hearing shit.
Still live, right? Is it still on?
I'm not going back on. Oh, I can go back on.
Check it out, bro. See what's happening. See if we even still live. Shit probably went off. It's gonna suck if it did. Hey, what's up, everybody?
Preparing
live stream.
Oh shit. We live than a motherfucker. Live on live.
Confirm we live. Hell yeah, badass.
Yo, I got his
Well, that was dope, bro. Fuck yeah, it worked. The shit got figured out. Hell yeah. I like that. I like when things come together like that.
Yeah, it got figured out when we were supposed to be live, ready to go 12 minutes ago. But
hey man, chill.
Hey, we ain't getting paid for this shit.
Chill, man. Chill. We good. The stuff worked out. Everything worked out. It's cool, man. Welcome to That's Wild Podcast.
We back at it again.
Live on YouTube. What are you doing over there, bro?
Cracking
throwing cans around.
Cracking open some stuff.
You stupid.
I need my fuel.
You need your fuel already.
So let's break this podcast in the way we're supposed to break it in. How's the weather over there?
Boy, you tripping. Ain't nobody talking about the weather. Hey, look, DirtyWhite just came in, man. He getting his stuff figured out.
Nice.
There he is. What's up? Cool. He getting stuff figured out real quick. Yo, man. That's the funniest stuff, man. It just got quiet for like 10 seconds.
Oh shit. Okay, there we go. Can y'all hear me?
Oh shit. Yes, sir.
Gang.
Yes, sir.
What's up, bro?
We made it, man.
Yes, sir.
Chilling. What's up with it?
Not much, man. It's chilling. Good to see you. How you been?
Hey, y'all too, man. Staying motivated, you know what I'm saying? Like paying attention to the signs of the times, you know.
Yo, I don't know if you care now, but there's like a weird line, like light on your face. I don't know what that is. Do you see that, Tito, or no?
Yeah, it's a glare from the light. Yeah.
I can't help it. We lit, baby. It's not my
fault. You shining over there, dude.
My man's is looking heavenly.
Let me try something. I'm trying not to, because the crutch is that my phone is almost dead. That's the issue.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I'm not pressed about it. Shit, we'll do it like this.
Oh no, you good now,
that's perfect. That'll work.
You good now, bro? Perfect.
All right. So I was telling Tito, you're in Carolina, right?
Yeah.
North or south?
The best of the Carolina, the best Carolina.
I still don't know which one is that. You gotta help me out.
Man. Now you're insulting me. Nah, I'm just fucking with you.
I would say North Carolina.
Yeah, I'm in North Carolina, man. You're in Wilmington, little cheery beach town of about 1 million or so, you know.
So
a lot of alcoholics. Everyone's drunk all the time.
Nothing else to do.
Well, there's plenty of shit to do. Everyone just does everything drunk.
Hey, we're doing a podcast with some alcohol, so we're good.
I'm mad at you.
Is there a legit beef between like North Carolina and South Carolina, or do you guys get along? How's that work?
I don't think there's anything serious. I just joke because my mom lives down there, and every time I go down there, it's just like I just look around. I'm like, man, I don't know. Not throwing shade, but South Carolina is just like a little trashy. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, something about South Carolina. Just like, when you drive through there, it's just like, all right, where are we going again? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I'm just I'm not a hater, man. I just thought it was funny. I'd be making fun of my mom because she stayed down there.
Nah, that's cool, man. Everybody do that shit.
Like, Mom, when are you gonna come back to the better of the Carolinas? She's like, don't say that. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with South Carolina.
Yo, why do we do that as people? We always want to like no matter what the situation is, we make teams. Like it's my North Carolina. It's like we always have to do that.
Oh yeah, us versus them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Makes it fun. That's why.
Human nature. Well, yeah, and it's competition. I feel like competition is like that's like what makes it entertaining. You know what I mean? Me versus you. It don't matter whether we like the Bills or the Packers. You know what I mean? Somebody's gonna win.
Competition keeps the world going around. That's what keeps the economy going. That's what keeps everything going.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, basically. Well, now that you done mentioned it, what team do you support?
Oh, I'm a cheesehead.
Already.
I don't mind the Panthers. I like the Panthers. The Panthers are dope. And honestly, the Chiefs have been really nice for some years too. I got to admire them. But as far as like rooting for some teams, it's really something that I don't overthink. It's like deep-seated childhood thing, man. I thought the original, what was it, 2007 or something, 2008 O-line, and they had Aaron Rodgers and fucking what was the dude, the wide receiver? He took him to the. No, it was 2011. He took him to the Super Bowl. Oh, I can't remember the name of the wide receiver, but anyhow, it's just like literally my little brothers still have the pajamas that I got from JCPenney.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? Like,
so did you have like family that rooted for Carolina team and you just went with Wisconsin, or like how did that work out?
To be quite honest with you, it was one of those things where I really don't remember the motivation initially. My dad was always a pretty solid Carolina fan, and he was also a big Dallas fan. And for some reason, and maybe it's just the whole father-son complex, but I just knew I didn't want to be a Dallas fan. I was like, you know what? Nah, I can't root for Dallas. You know what I mean? Because me and Dad had something to fight over at that point. You know what I mean? So it was like I had to pick something else. But I feel like Dak is probably y'all's best chance in a good little while, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, we went and bought us a nice little young quarterback.
Hey, look, you needed some action. I feel like what was his name? The dude, Tony Romo. I don't know. He had some super energetic games. I've seen that man perform at top tier. You know what I mean? Like athleticism. And then there's been other games that I've watched him like let needless wins slip away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's confusing.
Yo, but the thing is, he's doing right now what God put him on earth for. That dude is a great announcer. He's in the booth. He kills it up there.
Hey, look, you know, you gotta, what is it? They gotta pay the piper, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, hey,
definitely, dude.
They got to pay me somehow. Shit, give me my money.
Well, say, man, speaking of getting paid, man, shit, let me ask you something, man. What got you into music, man? What influenced you into getting into music, man?
Back in, well, I was a church kid, so I was singing in church at a very young age. I did my first special music like in front of everybody at probably like 8 or 9, you know what I mean? Like fairly young. I've been tinkering around the piano since I was like probably 5 or 6, maybe. Just on and off enough to where my parents were like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, oh, okay. But my dad didn't really care. Like he's not big on music. He doesn't really care that much. Like he wasn't all about let's get this boy the training he deserves. So the majority of what I do is actually by ear. I mean, I've taken it upon myself to, you know, take some classical training, you know, in college and do some stuff intentionally that I knew I needed to do to help me, you know what I mean, like be better at what I was doing. But, you know, as far as like the typical, you know, I took piano lessons my whole childhood. No, I didn't get in, unfortunately, but I had a piano at the house that I would tinker around on. It didn't take long. Everything started to make sense. You know what I mean? And that's actually a truism too. It's kind of off subject, but if you learn the piano, like as a musician, if you learn the piano, all the other instruments are easy or like easier.
So you started singing first. When did you get like into the rap part?
So I found out about hip hop on a beautiful summer day at church potluck dinner. My man Jonathan, my dude, shout out to John, man. He's in Florida in the Navy. So but he walked up to me and he saw me sitting on the picnic table eating my food, and he looked both ways, checked for my parents, because I would get in trouble if I was like caught listening to somebody's iPod or something. Like, it was really, really strict. Like, I could tell y'all some crazy stories, but he
Is
like
it that's just like a church thing, or just your parents?
that's my parents thing. Yeah. Well, the churches was already like one of the most conservative that you can, like, it's not quite as bad as I guess Catholicism maybe, but it's the Seventh-day Adventists. I mean, a lot of people consider them a cult, you know what I mean? Like, they're pretty hardcore. But then my parents took it a step farther than that, you know what I mean? And there was like this whole layer of like, interpretation that they put on it. And then, so whatever. I'm not, obviously it is what it is. But what was funny about it though was that he like looked both ways and he's like, nobody in sight. He stuck the headphones in my ears, man, and he played Georgia Bush by Lil Wayne. And I was fucking hooked, bro.
Hell yeah, dude.
I had never heard, like, this was literally like, yeah, I don't know, like, maybe not everybody is lucky enough to have a moment where they remember like a genre defining, like a life changing, you know what I mean, type thing. Definitely. I guess everybody, like, a lot of people just grow up listening to whatever and nothing's really new to them because they've heard it their whole lives or whatever, you know what I mean? But like, at that moment, I was free. I was like, oh my God, did you hear that? What is this? He's like, man, it's Wheezy, man. And he like let me listen to like a piece of the, rest of the album. That was my introduction, man. And so, after that, it was like, oh man, I was writing rhymes the very next day because I was already writing poetry. And I'm sorry for rambling, but that's legit.
No,
I was writing poetry and handing it out to the old ladies in the church, like, you know what I mean? And
you were basically rapping before you were rapping. You didn't even realize it.
Yeah, I didn't know it was right. I had no clue that you could like recite poetry over an instrumental, and that was considered, you know what I mean? That was like a genre-ically acceptable thing, or something that was actually doable. You know what I mean? And I was just, look. And I'm blessed because, I mean, as a guest in the house of hip hop, I have to show love and you know what I mean, bring good things back to the culture, because hip hop really did change my life in that sense. You know what I mean? Gave me a passion and a purpose that was way, way stronger and more driven than anything that I'd experienced up to that point musically. You know what I mean?
All right. So right after you heard that song, how long until you started sitting down and like trying to like figure out how to do it yourself, start spitting rhymes?
The next day.
And how would you say like your first few ones that came off? Did you just like get it instantly, or?
No, no, I was god awful and terribly offensive in all the wrong ways. And I was showing them to my friends, and everyone was like, yeah, man, I see where you're going, big fella, but hey, you need to, you know what I'm saying, such and such and such and such. And had a couple of key people in my life that like put me onto some stuff that was culturally relevant. I mean, being somebody of Caucasian descent and being as sheltered as I was, I had literally no idea about what respect was due where and the boundaries of the field of play. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. And, so I came into the game like, by the time I was 14, 15, obviously I had a bunch of whole bunch of other life shit going on. So I didn't actually get in a booth and start rapping until I was like 19, 17, 18, 19, something in there. So I wrote rhymes. Yeah, I wrote rhymes from the age of like 12 or 13 all the way up until I was like 18. You know what I mean? I had no clue that like I'd ever had the opportunity to be in a studio. I had no idea how to leverage that type of opportunity or do anything. You know what I mean? Like I was still working on my sea legs, like getting the hell off the farm and getting my life together to an extent,
Yeah. You're finding your own way in life, basically. You were just going down a path, turning left, turning right. So you said it was 19. So how old are you now?
I'm 27.
27. All right, cool. So you've been in it a minute now.
Well, see, and once again, there's layers to this shit. So I was in the studio at 17, but everybody's first song is not a banger. Some people's are, some people's aren't. It took me probably a good 3 years, probably, I would say generously, 2.5 years, 3 years before I came out with one single song that I could show to people and people would be like, I don't know who this doesn't remind me of anybody. I think this is you. Good. You know what I mean? Like, and I finally came about that song. It was a song called My Future. It's actually still on my channels and stuff right now, but it was the first time that I ever recorded in a professional studio. I've been recording in my own me and my homeboy's little home studio, and we didn't really know how to mix that well. So like even when you do a fire take, if you don't have a decent mix on it, you're gonna deceive yourself about what the take actually even sounds like. You know what I mean? Like if you're not mixing it correctly. So I'm sitting here thinking I'm garbage at rapping, when in all reality, obviously I did need to practice and hone my craft. But once you start working with like a real engineer and somebody who knows what the hell they're doing, then it's just like, it's a whole different world. So I've been actively promoting myself probably about 4 years. So as far as like spending actual money on my career, placements, performances, you know, et cetera. Like up to that point, it was all like homies in the basement. Yeah, play some beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
You
See,
basic.
when going to that studio, man, that's a mind blower there too, because you know you see people working on the hook and then working in the field, and that's what threw me off. Like I didn't even know that's how it went down. You know, it's like, hey man, you want to work on this field, and it's like, man, you really got to just say it over and over and over and over again, and like you have to have that feel. And it's like, yeah, because if not, your songs sound whack as hell. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta make sure you lay what you're laying where it's supposed to be, and you know what I mean. Give your engineer some room to move, so he don't feel like he's trapped by 1,000 layers. I don't know. It's all about songwriting. It really all goes back to songwriting. If you're writing a song that's fundamentally too wordy or full of stuff, or it's not making sense logistically, that's something you got to correct before you even get in the booth. You know what I mean? Once you're in the booth trying to, you know what I mean, trying to punch in and fill a bunch of little spots that in all reality you could have said something more concisely and made it fit better. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's that wordsmith shit, though. I love that shit. That's what I love about lyricism. You know what I mean? It's like, how can you take those pieces and like redistribute and manipulate those? You know?
Hell yeah.
Dang shit.
Yeah, I definitely do like how you do rap on some of your songs and you sing on some of your songs. I definitely it's a different kind of different kind of thing right there. I enjoy that.
I do both on some of them too. Shit, mix it up a little bit.
Definitely.
My thing is like I'm trying to be like, I have obviously super strong hip hop roots. So basically everything you hear from me, even if it's soft or has a cappella roots or whatever, essentially it's going to have some sort of a hip hop element in it at some sort of time. You know what I mean? Like some drums or something.
But I would almost say you got more singing roots in you because you were singing in church before you even really knew about hip hop. So I mean, you definitely, you got both things going on. Let me. How do you feel? All right. First off, how do you feel about Machine Gun Kelly as a rapper?
It's talented. I mean, the dude's been dope. Dude's been dope for years. That's the wild part. Is the dude has been dope as hell for a long time. Like,
definitely. How do you feel about the new stuff he's doing? Because so many people are shitting on it, and you don't like it at all.
I just never liked pop punk in general. Like just any type of just a genre. Like nah, man, nah. I feel like it's talents that are wasted. I don't feel like it's a bad project. You know what I mean? Objectively speaking, but you have to be into that. You know what I mean? It's not bad cobbler. I just don't like blueberries. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I got you. I mean, I kind of dig it actually. I feel like he might have lost some of his rap fans, but he probably got some new fans.
I mean, you can always come back with something else. You know what I mean? Like, he's in UK. You just go back in the fucking studio and, you know what I mean? Like, you can pull your rap shit back together. That's no big deal. I mean, Wayne did a fucking rock album. If you think about it, every significant artist has had one album where they were like,
yeah,
da 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 da, and did a whole bunch of shit. You know what I mean? And everybody was like,
hey, but you have to try though. You can't stay in that box. You got to bust out. If it doesn't work, regroup. Yeah. Sometimes it's a miracle.
Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, honestly, so that's the crazy part, because I actually liked Wayne's rock album, or most of it. So there were a couple of songs that I would skip occasionally, you know what I mean? But like, there were some bangers on Wayne's rock album. The thing is though, like as a studio musician, I'm kind of forced between two options. Like, A, did Wayne actually play all that guitar? Because producing myself and playing all the instruments on all my own shit, I realized how extensive that shit is and how much fucking work it was to do that album. I wonder if he had like I would assume so, just being at his level, that he had a team around him, you know what I mean? Like to give him like, he's going to play the riff and he's going to play the drums, and you know what I mean? Like, you'll go in there and do your thing. Like,
yeah, he's basically doing like I don't know if this reference too old, like a Milli Vanilli or whatever. Yeah. Like he's pretend like he's strumming it or whatever.
This dude. You crazy, man.
The Milli Vanilli of guitars, like.
Yeah.
You crazy.
The Ashley Simpson of Marshall staff.
That's cold.
Yeah.
Hey man, well, let me ask you this, bro. So I'm guessing, I'm gonna say, besides Wayne, who's an artist that you're just dying to work with right now?
Anderson .Paak.
Oh, okay.
I've been down to work with him ever since I heard of it, bro. I've been hooked, fucking sold, hook, line, and sinker ever since that man's first track I heard. I'm like, dog, bro, it's fire. What the fuck? And you see, he just joined a group with Bruno Mars called Silk Sonic. It's a fucking super group. When I tell you, I'm fucking lit about that shit. Go fucking look at the shit. I'm supposed to be talking about my own music today, but I'm gonna plug you on that shit. Go right now. Go look at Silk Sonic, man. It's Anderson .Paak or Pack, however you prefer to say it, and Bruno Mars, and they're a super group, and they do like the most smooth. Like they've only got one song out, and it is a fucking banger.
Oh hell nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out, bro, for real.
I'm all about it, man. I love some jazz, some funk feel, some, you know what I'm saying, some like laid back. Because it's one thing, and honestly, some of the hardest songs I feel like of all time are songs that manage to combine both of those elements successfully. If you've got some funky, jazzy, rhythmically driven shit, and you throw some trap drums on top of it.
Yo, speaking of jazz, did you watch the new Biggie documentary on Netflix? I got a story to tell.
No, I haven't. How long has it been out?
I don't know if it's been out that long. It's actually really good. And you would figure Biggie, you know, he's been around so long, he's seen so much stuff. What are you going to learn new? In the documentary, they said he used to like to listen to country music all the time.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I would say. I did the same thing you did as I was watching the documentary.
That's wild.
Exactly. Yeah, this is wild.
You know, yeah, I don't feel like it's that far removed though. You can have a preferences like way left field, and then what actually comes out of you is this over here. You know what I mean? Like it happens. It definitely happens. I mean, honestly, if we're being transparent, like probably 40% of my entire playlist on Apple Music is fucking metal. I mean, like,
hell yeah.
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about Green Day. I'm talking about like Suicide Silence and, you know what I mean? Yeah, Slayer and Five Finger Death Punch and Kill Switch. And you ever listen to I Wrestled a Bear Once? They're pretty dope.
Oh no, I ain't heard them, man. I've been listening to Warbringer and Trivium and some other stuff.
Trivium is fire, yeah.
Trivium
is fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay silent because I don't listen to metal.
Yeah,
so
hey, look, my man's here from New York. He gonna ask about Biggie. I'm from Texas, bro. So of course I'm gonna ask, like, you gonna ever put out like all your stuff screwed up?
Bass and Trump, watch the motherfuckers don't. That would be hard, dude. And I got somebody that could do it, man. That's the wild part.
I'm just telling you, man. Like me personally, I feel that stuff. You know what I mean? I'll get messed up, put on some screw stuff, man. And, just get lit. I love to do that kind of stuff.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah, that is the Texas way, man. That's Paul Wall. Hey, you want to hear something funny about Paul Wall?
Go ahead.
So, well, it's not about Paul Wall necessarily, but I was on a podcast one time in Atlanta. As a matter of fact, interestingly enough, that day, speaking of big, a Pac affiliation was actually there. He was a guest before me, fucking Idi Amin from the Who Shot You remix.
Oh, snap.
Okay, so he was on the podcast before me and my homeboy Breeze. If y'all have looked at my discography, you've seen Breeze. I'm sure he's scattered all up and down. Me and him used to hit Atlanta a lot. Like we were on the road quite a bit. So we were on this podcast. They pull us up there. They're kind of grilling us basically. Oh, y'all ain't rappers for real. They give you a hard time. So we're up there. And, so the podcast was called Smoking and Joking. And so they rolled up these giant fucking, hog legs, bro. They were rolling these fucking things, man. And it was like, I thought it was one for like the five of us or whatever. They keep on coming, and I keep passing. I'm thinking they're gonna come back around, and finally it backs up on me. Dude's on my left. He's like, I already got one, and I'm looking, and I got one. And on the other side, he's got one. It turns out they roll 6 blunts for all 6 members of the podcast. So when I tell you about fucking a third the way this goddamn thing, I was just about as fit as I've ever been in my life. So I started talking mad reckless because they said, you kind of remind me of Paul Wall a little bit. I guess talking about my accent, I'm assuming. So I snapped back and I was like, man, I'll wrap circles around Paul Wall. You should have heard the fucking pin drop, bro. Like it went dead silent. And I thought I made a bunch of people mad. I'm like, we in Atlanta, like y'all really fuck with Paul Wall like that? Somebody in the back was like, spit something in. So I spit some bars that ended up becoming later a song on my Fourth Wall little mixtape. But anyhow, it was a good experience. But I just thought it was crazy, man. There was a lot of love for Paul Wall, man. Paul Wall is one of those like legendary figures. I'm just talking out my ass because I just wanted the podcast to be entertaining. You know what I mean? I'm just like, yeah, fuck this, let's go off. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm gonna be honest, I think Slim Thug was like my favorite from Texas when like all that was going down.
You know what I have to say, dude. Slim Thug, and he has an impeccable car collection too. That's another thing about him.
Yes, sir.
That dude drives some fucking bangers, bro. He's got a couple of old school whips with big rims and shit.
So Dirty, who's the most famous person you met, and also the most famous person you collabed with?
I don't know. It's hard to clout is hard to quantify. The most famous, probably. I got an unreleased track, and the sad part is like all these songs are unreleased. We're waiting to actually be able to, you know what I mean, release them properly or whatever. So they're in the vault. But I got a song with Scotty ATL, so that's pretty decent. He's like, I don't know, like probably 75K on Instagram type shit. You know what I mean? Like,
nice.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
If that's a way to quantify it, I guess, if that makes sense. And then I got a song with this dude named STS, Sugar Tongue Slim, and he only got like 5K or 6K on Instagram, but then his YouTube got like a milli. He got a couple videos with a milli. He got like some 975s. Like he's done work with Yellow Wolf, and he's got like hella credits and shit. Like he's cool ass dude, nice. Man. I met him in Atlanta and shit. Probably the most famous though, like as far as pure like legendary fame status type shit, is I actually I opened up for Nappy Roots. And then went back to their Airbnb with them, and we blew loud all night. It's pretty fucking dope.
Where'd you open up at? Where was the thing at?
I was here in Wilmington, man. It was my manager, the lady that's managing me. She like knows some members of Matt and Nappy Roots or whatever, and so she like did her thing, twisted the strings or whatever you want to call it, you know what I mean, and like made it happen. And they pulled up, and I fucking murdered my set, bro. That was one of like
hell yeah.
One of my finest moments, bro. And I got off the stage and just like Nappy Roots, like dapping me up, like 5 different guys dapping me up while I'm walking off the stage. I'm like, that is wild as fuck. Like this
hell yeah, dude.
Gonna be a good day. You know what I mean? Like that's everybody's childhood theme song. Like everybody knows that shit, man.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
Wild. So after the show was over, then we just kind of packed it up, and they're like, man, we about to go smoke. I'm like, I'm about to go smoke. My manager was like, well, just come with us then. And I was like, all right, say less.
So how's that hanging out with them? Like, how's the
they're
atmosphere?
mad cool. They're mad cool. Super humble dudes, man. Super laid back, mad island vibes. You know what I mean? Like they're all like fairly country dudes too. So it's ironic how much we actually kind of mesh. You know what I mean? Like it's not like, you know, people are different everywhere. You know, nice people are always just nice people. Shitty people are just shitty people. But they were all super dope, man. Every single one of them was fucking pretty laid back cats, man. We just, you know, little hot tub. You know what I mean? We're just out smoking on the porch and shit.
Yeah, if you're good people, it doesn't matter who you are, what you look like, what color you are, you're gonna get along.
Yeah, exactly. So it was laid back, man. I convinced my manager to like put a bunch of my tunes on the Bluetooth speaker. You know what I mean? So I'm like sitting there, like trying to get feedback from them and shit. You know what I mean? Not trying to push my luck too hard and like listen to my entire catalog.
Yeah, just try to pick their brain, just picking their brain. You know what I mean?
Played a few different things and got some advice and stuff. But I would say probably my favorite, like, so that's what I'm saying. Like I hung out with them and opened up for them, but we don't have a collab or whatever. But STS was a pretty dope thing too. He's from Atlanta, and I have to plug his music shamelessly. If you don't know who Sugar Tongue Slim is, and you are fucking all the way up, go on YouTube, s.t.s. Super simple. Like he's got like this fucking classic, like. I don't know. I can't brag on this dude enough. Like he's so fire. Like he's, you know what I mean? Like he's got bars, and he just, I don't know, something about his style. He's really, really unique. I don't know. It's pretty dope. It's pretty fucking dope.
have to check that shit out for real, man. You done put us on a bunch of shit already.
Sugar Tongue Slim. If you remember any of the names that I say tonight, remember Sugar Tongue Slim. Go listen to the three W's. All I know is women, weed, and what to wear. Man, what the fuck? He got like.
That's dope, man. Yeah, man. That's dope as hell.
Effortless, bro. It's fucking awesome. This dude pulled up in a fucking like. I was in Atlanta for a music conference, and I managed to I had actually been corresponding with STS. Like, he blew my mind when he actually replied to my Instagram DM like some months earlier. And I was already like teasing him with the idea of a collab. I had no idea of like when it was going to legit, come to fruition. Cause I really I don't know. I'm all good with sending a file to somebody if you're far away, but it's just so much doper to be in the studio with somebody when you're actually collabing and you're in there bouncing shit off of each other. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think about this? And you tell them something, I wanted to be in the studio with this dude. So it wasn't just like I was just going to record some shit and send it to him. Like, I was like, I got to make this happen right. So I went down to Atlanta for that music conference. Ended up going to the studio to meet this other dude, University King, from out west. Did a song together. That was pretty dope. And then I had scheduled Sugar Tongue Slim to come in right after that. Dude fucking pulls up in a Mercedes. He gets out, fucking white knit sweater.
God damn.
Looking clean as fuck.
Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. You know what I mean? Like, it was fucking. I'm fucking with you, Slim, man. If he hears this, don't be mad at me. But you know what I'm saying? That was literally like, it's one of those moments where I was like, low key idol. You know what I mean? Like, low key idol, because I've been on this dude's music for a good fucking 6 years at that point. You know what I mean? Listening to everything that he put out.
Definitely.
And end up like sitting right there in the studio with him. And he's like, all right, hey, we're gonna do this verse. You know what I'm saying? We did our thing. So. I don't know. It's not a Beyonce story, but
Nah, dude, that's your story though. It's badass. I mean, that's why you're doing this. That's why you're doing this music, to have experiences like this. I mean, that's dope. You're living your dream.
That's wild.
For real.
Hell 100. Yeah, man. Hell yeah. Hey man, I was gonna ask you, this whole thing, the pandemic hit, couldn't do no live shows, all that bullshit. What do you got? Anything lined up when everything starts to open up, man?
I've actually got a show right now that I'm doing on March the 20th. It's gonna have to be one of those limited attendance.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna max it out at it's a big old hall too, like a big performance hall that I got. I'm gonna do some cuts off the new album. Got a live band coming in to play some covers with me, man. I got my little band that we play with, so we jam out a couple of my original tracks and a whole bunch of covers. And I'm gonna do a whole bunch of my solo joints, maybe do some acoustic solo joints, bring my bands in. Like, it's gonna be like 2.5 hours of just like a musical orgy. You know what I mean? Just like everyone contributing to the madness in some way, shape, or form.
You plan on streaming this too?
Yeah, absolutely. It's streaming and it's the in-person shit. That's the thing. It's at a coffee shop. You know what I mean? So like, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting vibe. But it's a big coffee shop with like a big performance area.
I was about to say you're getting to go back out and do music for people live. I mean, no matter what size it is, it's got to be good to get back out there.
Oh yeah, no. Who are you talking, man? Lord have mercy. I gotta practice though. I'm not gonna lie. The pandemic has kind of negatively affected me. I can feel it in that way. Like, I have to practice more. Like, I really do. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of natural ability that comes into it, I'm sure, in way, shape, or form. But if you don't throw that football every day, you know what I mean? You're gonna throw your fucking arm out.
So let me ask you: Are you saying that like during the pandemic you've been doing work in the studio, but when you're doing like live concerts, it's like a different kind of vibe? So you got to get back into that groove.
Yeah, the acoustic performance of stuff like that is always a bit more, not intimidating necessarily, but it's just the stakes are higher. You know what I mean? When you're doing stuff live, there's no backing track. There's nothing to help you out. There's nothing to assist you in any way. If you're playing with the band, which I will be, like, so for instance, if I play with the band, we're going to play like John Mayer and Johnny Cash and some Mike Posner. You know what I mean? Like wedding vibe type shit. You know what I mean? Real laid back, like smooth shit. But it's fun and it's funky. You know what I mean? And we funk it out and it's fun. Like, I dig vibes like that. But then like I'll go into some of my shit, like, harder rap shit, and then we'll just turn the fuck up for 20 minutes, and I'll do like a list of my old, you know what I mean, all the classic shits that I do.
Yo, Dirty, you want to bet $50 right now that even if let's say you mess up during this thing, I'll bet you $50 the fans absolutely love it. You want to know why? They haven't been out of their house in forever. They want to get out there and do some. It doesn't matter. You're going to kill it. Guarantee it. 100%.
Well, the way I look at it too, and I appreciate the vote of confidence, man. I love it. I mean, and it's not like I don't severely disappoint myself. It's not that bad. You know what I mean? Like when I get together with the band, like we pop up, even if we don't play for a couple of weeks, we get back into it. It's not, it's not too far out of the realm. It's a lot of muscle memory. Once you get it straight the first time, you got it. It's whatever. But I'm gonna do a couple of mine, like a little acoustic joints and stuff. So like I want to play like once again some Mike Posner. There's a song that I do on what the fuck is the title? Used to Be Mine, I think is what it's called, or something. Now you're just someone in my mind that used to be mine. Not that simple. That's what it's called. It's not that simple. So it's like a little,
all right.
It's like a nice little piano ballad or whatever, man. But if you finesse it just right, man, yeah,
it hits.
Have everybody grandmama crying and shit. But that's how you elicit a reaction. You know what I mean? Like drag them all the way down to the depths of hell and then turn on some trap rap. All right, grannies, get your shit together, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Spaz out.
No shit. Hell yeah, man.
All right. So I told you earlier how Biggie listened to country music, and it blew my mind because I never knew that. So what can you tell us right now that like your fans wouldn't know about you, that like we don't have to wait like 10 years for a documentary to come out? What can you tell us right now that your fans don't know about you?
You mean like musical taste specifically?
Anything, just anything that like nobody really kind of knows about you and that would surprise people. Like that surprised the hell out of me when I heard that about Biggie.
Yeah, that he listened to country. So it's like a guilty. Yeah, I don't know. I've got some guilty pleasures, I guess. I think my something that people would probably be surprised about is I listen to anything by Green Day. I'm happy with. So even though they are kind of on the pop punk side of things, and I said earlier that I didn't like pop punk, there's definitely some Green Day songs that get me sometimes. You know what I mean? So like that's probably one.
Yeah, but that doesn't surprise me that much, though. Like when I heard Biggie listen to country music, I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, I wasn't mad. I was like, "Hey, like what you like," but I was surprised. I was like, "Holy crap! I never knew
that." Yeah, I don't know. Because I don't listen to country. I'm not, no shade against country, and I'm from the country. That's the thing. So anything that I try to do, like, inevitably comes out sounding fucking country, and it used to drive me nuts for a long time. But it's whatever. It's all good. It's whatever. It's fine. But as far as like country as a genre, like. So I could listen to Johnny Cash for 2 weeks straight, and I'd be happy with that. Maybe that's not surprising either, though.
Hey, you know what? Maybe you don't got it. You don't got any secrets. You put everything out there. I mean,
musically, yeah, that's what metal would probably have been my revelation, but I already said that already. You know what I mean? So like, okay, so let's take a step further. So I listened to like I said, Cannibal Corpse and Suicide Silence and fucking Viking metal, Amon Amarth, and like you ever listen to like fuck dude, black metal, like you ever listen to like Odin's Fall?
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
Some of the most like terrifying sounding shit that you've ever heard in your life, bro.
Dude, okay, here's the thing though, man. Here's what gets me, dude.
For some reason. I don't know why.
Like everything that I'm going off top, but like everything that I've heard that's fucking badass, that's fucking black metal and fucking just kicking ass and like fucking heavy as shit. I can't go see them because they're all the way in fucking Sweden, bro. Like, what the
fuck? Hey, look, unless you catch one of those, what was it? They used to have a one right here in Carolina Rebellion. They used to have a couple of like really, really crazy overseas bands would come from time to time. You guys know about Carolina Rebellion? I never actually gone. I had a homeboy that went, but it's just a giant metal festival essentially.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, it was right here.
Sounds badass, man. Hell yeah.
Look it up, man. Google Carolina Rebellion. Yeah, it's a real thing. But my homeboy started tripping on acid and got lost out there, man. He got a whole story.
Holy shit.
They were looking for his ass for like 2 days. My boy he came walking out of the woods with a half empty fucking full flavored Budweiser, half pack of cigarettes, and 2 shoes in his hand. I was like, man, what the hell?
Hey, that sounds like a good time to me.
So where have you been, man? Like, like I said, I didn't even go. We just got back and everyone was telling me the story. And I'm just sitting here looking at him. I'm like, my boy,
Yo, the best part is you asked him, where have you been? But when he walked out, he's like, I was about to ask you the same question.
Where have I been, motherfucker? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh man, look, hey, that's more power to you. But I mean, some of those shows are lit, bro. I've been to a couple of metal shows. They're all right. Something just you can't. The vibe of live hip hop is untouchable. As much as I love metal and all other forms of live music, like I just find myself inevitably always circling back to hip hop. Like once you hear that fucking.
Who was the first artist you saw live?
Like ever?
Yeah.
Oh man, you don't want to see. Here's my embarrassing secret. Now you,
oh damn!
Yo, Tito's
no. I'm in hip hop.
Right
no, I'm in hip hop. I'm in hip hop. Who was the first hip hop artist?
The first hip hop artist.
Yeah.
Yo, wait, talking about Dirty. We're gonna circle back to what you were about to say though. You continue, but we circling back because I want to hear that too.
What was that? I don't.
We need to circle. You tell us who the best hip hop artist was that, or you seen. But I want to circle back to what you were about to say because it sounded good.
I wasn't gonna say nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on, man.
Nah, but to be 100% honest with you, my first hip hop show that I ever saw was a local show, and it was like a bunch of like hometown heroes, like cats that were like hood famous as fuck.
Oh, okay.
I went out to a show because I wanted to rap. You know what I mean? Like I've said, I was super sheltered, bro. I'm like 17. I'm just got in the studio. I'm in the studio, which means I got to perform now. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I got a song, bitch. Where's the slot? Give me the mic. And so I start going out in public with my terrible raps and trying my best. But nah, for real, there was a couple of key cats that I saw here. But as far as like famous, man, I want to say the very first one was like Yellow Wolf, I think, was first.
All right.
I think it was. Yeah. I want to say it was Yellow Wolf. Well, Yellow Wolf was before. Yeah, I saw Yellow Wolf, and then I saw Big Boy. And then I've seen Royce. I've seen Wayne. I've seen Jiggy Jid, man. Another fire. You know who Jid is, right? JID. You guys know about Jid?
No, I don't.
You got me.
He's part of J. Cole's camp. He's Dreamville.
Okay.
Go right. Are you taking notes, Tito?
Yeah. I got you, man.
Man, Tito didn't even bring his notes for this podcast.
No, man. I mean, yo, dude, I gotta say too, he's putting us on some shit, man. Like
definitely.
Cats I ain't never heard of. You know what I mean?
Yo, this podcast is the notes. We can go back and listen, and we'll write that shit down afterwards.
Yeah, that's why I'm
definitely gonna hit all that stuff up. Me, bro. I listen to everything, bro. My wife's the one that got me in the country. But I grew up, death metal, thrash, I was all into that. The first concert I went to, hip hop, was Lil Flip, and I know how to act. What the hell?
Hell yeah.
Damn. You know what I mean? What an intro. That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? So I went over there and I was just like, what the hell? These concerts are weird. Y'all don't fight? Like what?
But that's my point though. I mean, look, you'll see a fight at a goddamn club. Think you won't, dog. I done watched some people get their shit beat down at a show, bro.
Yeah, and see, I got introduced to that, and I was like, okay, it's a whole different vibe here, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it was dope though.
Especially when the promoter fucks up and puts two motherfuckers that's beefing on the same ticket.
Oh shit! Damn. You want to talk about that?
That happened one time. I ain't gonna name no names, but it just happened. Let's just say that it wasn't no shot fired, but there was a whole lot of tension and some like de-escalation had to happen, or else it's gonna be some shit.
Hey, you don't have to give up any names, but can you tell the story, like what happened?
Well, that's basically it. Like I'm just in the building, you know what I mean? I'm on the ticket too, and then I notice that there's I see this dude over here, and he don't really like me, and I know it, but I ain't worried about him. But I know he really don't like that motherfucker right there, if that makes sense. You know?
Okay.
Like, I'm looking at him, and I just see him and kept on walking, like whatever. He's not gonna bother me. It's not like that between us, I just looked at him, and then see this other dude over here, and I just didn't say nothing because what, you know what I mean? What?
Yeah, you did work. I mean,
I don't give a damn, whatever, you know what I mean? If you ain't fucking with me, you ain't fucking with me. But they ended up getting into a fight later on that night, away from the R bar downtown somewhere else. They actually did come to blows. It just wasn't in the place like it would have been, you know what I mean? The people that were on stage, like the DJ was like, hey, we're just here to rap. Like it took a whole lot of I was standing by the side like.
You're like, yo, just give me my money.
Like, hey man, have I rapped yet, man? Come on now.
All right, yo, let's get into a little. Have you guys seen the dude that was on? He was on a body of water that was iced up. I don't know if he was like trying to skate or something, but he busted through the ice. All like basically he was underwater except for like his chest and his arms, and he's trying to pull himself up. You want to know how he called the cops to get the cops out there to get him out the water?
No.
His iPhone.
So it was in his pocket, I'm assuming, right?
No. Oh, my bad. I said iPhone. His iWatch.
Oh.
Damn. How crazy is that? He's like about to die. And he when he called the cops, he told them, he's like, look, I probably got about 10 minutes before my energy runs out. And they got there in like 5 minutes and saved them.
Damn.
That was random as hell, bro.
I was trying to get out the rap stuff. I was trying to get into like,
that was some random talk. Bro.
Yo, Dirty might be like, yo, we talking about this shit the whole time. Can we get into some like regular talk?
You need to stop sipping, bro. You got random as hell. Got sweaty, right?
Apple, give me free stuff.
Yo, for real. That's a plug, that's a plug right there. But yo, imagine that though. And the dude, when you're in that situation and he had the sense to be like, yo, Apple, call 911. Like most people just panic and end up dying.
Wouldn't that be a bitch too if you was a detective and you came back 10 years later, found a frozen body in the lake with an Apple Watch still on the wrist? Like, that's sad, son of a bitch.
Yo. Yo, on top of that, the last screen on his Apple Watch was porn too.
He's stupid.
Hey, look, he had to keep warm somehow.
trying to keep the blood flowing.
Right. I got to row with this oar, goddamn it. My legs give out. I'm paddle with the third leg.
Shit, I hope you took a Viagra before you start paddling because you in cold ass water.
What happened to all your father's Viagra, Billy? Well, I go skating in the afternoon, mama.
Oh shit, yo. So you ever plan on coming out to Florida for some concerts?
I mean, I think it would be dope. I've got a cousin down there. Where the fuck does he stay? I want to say he says in like outside of Orlando, if I'm not quite mistaken.
Oh, nice.
Where are y'all at?
Tito's in Texas.
Right.
I mean,
I'm like an hour from Houston, bro. I'm in Victoria.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You said that earlier. So you're in Florida, though, right, Everett?
Yeah. I'm about an hour south of Tampa. I'm actually going to Orlando. I think Wednesday for spring break with my daughter and my girl.
Nice. Yeah, I can't act like I'm a Florida expert. I'm definitely not. I have no idea where anything is in relation to anything.
I only know where Everett lives, bro. That's it. And Tampa.
Yo, Tito. Huh?
Go ahead.
Tito has been promising to visit me for the last 2 years. He still ain't made it yet.
This fool, god damn, bro.
Tito, you sorry for
that. You stupid as hell. You gotta bring up that bullshit.
Whatever like that. Said, come see me, man. It's like, man, I will one day.
Changes his phone number.
Right. Y'all stupid.
Blocked on the gram. This is unfair.
Yeah, got my damn Twitter account snatched up real bad.
That's petty, man. Yeah, I know. That's fucking Jesus. Yeah, that's so bad. Like, what does Twitter have to prove? What the fuck does TikTok have to prove either? That's another thing I'm talking about. I'll be trying to put videos on TikTok and me clapping these goddamn guns. And they be mad. They take my shit straight down.
Oh, that's bullshit, man.
No, I'm for real. It's serious, man. I took a fucking shotgun out in the woods and clap, 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 clap. Put that shit on TikTok. They said, boo.
Dude, they don't even let you talk about weed or nothing like that either. They'll fucking take your shit down quick.
You clap your cheeks and shake them titties though, which I'm cool with that. It's whatever. I just want to show my gun down.
Dude, I was about to say the same thing. You can show all the titties or whatever you want on there, but everything else they start censoring.
That's some bullshit, bro.
That's the America we live in. That's the America we live in.
It's just some bullshit. That's all it is. It's just another way to keep you down, make you work harder to promote your fucking self. That's all it is.
Hey, look, you in Texas, man. If shit get bad in North Carolina, that's where I'm coming. Because y'all ain't never gonna not have guns down there, man. Y'all.
Hey, Texas, come on down, bro.
Texas low key is like the cranky ass, like older brother. Like if United States ever threatened Texas, Texas would low key, like United States would be worried. Like low key, they wouldn't say nothing about it, but they'd be like, man, Texas is. They said they was gonna beat my ass. But they they can't do that. Well, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Texas, I feel like the U.S. would be stressed out. You know what I'm saying? Like Uncle Sam be like, man, we got to make peace with Texas, man.
Don't make Texas angry, man. Y'all got to keep them calm.
Texas been trying to break off away from us forever. They're like we're trying to be our own damn country.
It's gonna be like the fucking. Man, look, it's gonna be like Rango for some reason. That's how I see Texas, like the whole.
Hey man, you want to come to Texas, bro? Come on down, bro.
I've never been to Texas, man, but y'all know Rango, right? Y'all seen that movie with the lizards?
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Johnny Depp, crazy ass lizard.
Funny ass movie, dude. Lord have mercy, he's funny.
Hell yeah, man. Hey man, you welcome to come down anytime, bro. Hell yeah.
Well, my whole thing is if North Carolina gets cranky and acts like they won't start trying to take my guns away one of these days, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to foreshadow nothing, but man, the way the world going, I'm trying to buy all the guns and all the bullets. I'm for real. Like I want them all right now. Give them to me.
Don't forget to buy some toilet paper too, because these motherfuckers get
shit. I ain't worried about no toilet paper. They the one gonna be shitting themselves.
For real.
Yeah. I got a shower. If I got a shit, I'll go in the shower and wash my ass off afterwards. I don't need no toilet paper.
Oh, you said afterwards. I thought you meant you was gonna go in there and shit. I was like, oh man.
Yo, all you have to do is get somebody to put a garbage disposal in your shower thing, and you can shit in there and wash your ass off at the same goddamn time.
You know, if you leave the grate in there, you're gonna have to mush it through with your toe. You know
oh no, I ain't no.
Y'all some nasty motherfuckers, man. Oh man.
Yo, I'm about to patent that shit. The fucking garbage disposal in the shower so you can shit and wash your ass off at the same time.
You stupid, bro.
It's called Poo Be Gone. It's like a little module that you install.
There's an app on your phone.
Yeah, you just push the button, you know what I'm saying? It just grinds it up, sends it down.
For easy payments of $19.99.
You talking about QVC?
Hey, if you could even put what do they call it? A bidet?
Oh yeah.
It's typically in showers, the water's coming down from the top. You need some water coming up from the bottom.
Dude, you gotta do a handstand.
What the hell? No. You gotta do a handstand, bro.
This man, first you got a shitting in the shower. Now we doing handstands with dudes still on our asses. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, we got to the that's wild part of the podcast. No more interviewing anybody. Now we get wild.
Hey, look, if you find yourself upside down in the shower with shit on your ass, you need to reconsider and reevaluate. You know what I'm saying? Like,
either that or call Everett and figure out how the fuck to get out that situation.
Yeah, like Everett. Man, what did you do?
I was like, yo, I was getting a blowjob in the shower, but she didn't want to get on her knees. She wanted to stand up, so I had to do a handstand. That's what happened.
Man, look, that's why you always need a midget handy.
Whoa, I don't know if we're allowed to say midget anymore.
Because she can stand up.
Yo, this podcast is about to get canceled right now.
Nah, man, it's cool, man.
He meant little people. That's what he meant.
Either that or you should have stood on the shower seat.
Yo, would Would you like? No, you know what? I know. No, I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna. No, I'm good. You.
Oh,
yeah.
What was that?
Now we live. I can't be start. Nope.
Yeah, you forgot we live.
Hey, I'm not. Look, you can say what you want to say, man. It's your podcast. You know what I'm saying? I'm not offended.
Oh, could you have sex with a little person, girl?
Would I?
Yeah.
If you add girl on there, give it a weird undertone.
Yeah, you made that weird, bro. You made that weird. That was
man. You know what the fuck I meant?
Nah, bro. The way that came out your mouth was awkward as hell. I'm about to mute your ass, bro.
I didn't even want to say it.
The question should have been, would you fuck a midget?
Yes.
Oh, that sounds way harsher.
No, it doesn't. She's a midget. We just fucked. You said molest a man child or something, a little girl, something.
I don't think I said that, but I might have said that.
It's what it sounded like you said, bro. Shit, you might as well. Man.
I don't know Bagheera from the fucking the Jungle Book, the man child hours. Nah, no. I don't think that I am particularly attracted to midgets. That's not to say I'm biased. If she didn't look good, I feel like if you look good, you look good, and that's always the first rule of thumb. Always in any given situation, is she fine? You know what I'm saying? Are you fine though? So like, if she's a midget, she's fine. Maybe, I don't know. I do got a homeboy though, man. I got to shout out my man, TVM Killer. We always be bragging on him because he do admittedly have a midget fetish, and we've been trying to find him one, but you know. DTF midgets are kind of hard to come by. You know what I mean? They're like Lexus GTSs. They're just kind of, or GTI, whatever the fuck it is.
This man said DTF midgets.
yo, Jersey Shore's not gonna like that.
Yo, man.
Jersey Shore? Are you talking about Snooki?
Yo, so he hasn't had sex with one yet? He just wants to?
Snooki's not a midget. Snooki just short.
Yeah. Yo, your boy hasn't had sex with one yet, though?
Not that I'm aware of. If he did, I feel like he'd be bragging about it instead of going, I wish I had a midget. You know what I'm saying? So, like.
I still don't know if we're supposed to be saying midget. I'm just saying, we're supposed to be saying little people, I think.
I feel like that's disrespectful to, like, people that are actually little.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like if I was a midget, I'd get mad if somebody called me little. Like, that would give me little man syndrome, you know? Like, I get pissed off for no reason just because you said that.
No, you got a reason. You're a midget. That's why.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look, midgets need love too, you know what I'm saying? To, you know, obviously to keep things fair. You know, I'm not like the tallest of dudes, but I'm a solid 6 foot. Like, if I put my man bun in, then I'm 6'8". So, like, I'm just fucking with you, obviously, but
I was like, shit, I'm short as fuck. I'm only like 5'8", 5'9".
Everett's trying to bow up, like, yeah, me too.
Well, obviously, you know, hair on top of your head doesn't count for shit. I'm just fucking with you. But my point being is, like, the dude, my homeboy that wants to fuck a midget, he's legit like 6'4".
Oh my god.
Like full, like, yeah, the dude's tall. So I'm like TVM, man. I'm like, how is it gonna work out between you?
Yeah,
because I don't feel like y'all got a whole lot in common. You know what I'm saying? You
Dirty White. Let me tell you something. If I had a fetish to bang a little person, midget, whatever I'm supposed to say, it would have happened. If I was single and I wanted to, what's taking him so long? I don't think he really wants to. I think he just likes to talk about it.
He's not single either.
Oh, that could
he's
be
not single as of the moment. He's not single. No. So obviously, yeah, he's respecting his woman, but this is the pre-existing condition. See, so.
That's wild as hell, man.
So I've heard him crow about midgets for fucking 4 years now. You know what I mean? And like I just think that it's just what I said earlier. It's just midgets are not easily accessible. You know what I mean? You can't just Google midgets ahoy. You know what I mean? And just show up with a bouquet of them. It doesn't work like that. Like, you gotta you know what I mean? They're people, obviously. So you got to fucking find one and date one or do whatever it is that you do. You know what I mean? And I just feel like you don't just see midgets walking down the street, I guess. I don't fucking know. You know?
Yeah, I haven't seen one in forever. I don't remember the last time I seen one.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's just not an over influx of midgets. I feel like that's my whole point. It's just like per capita.
Oh man, hey, I just wanted to ask you like one thing. I don't even know, like, but have you ever gotten like a terrible booking, bro?
A terrible booking, like a show that was shitty?
Yeah,
a couple different times. It's gonna happen. Oh shit! I think I just went off the. Oh, my bad. It's gonna happen inevitably. I mean, anytime you're performing, you're putting yourself on the line like that. You know what I mean? If you don't have a rock solid trust in whoever your promoter guy is, if you're expanding your limits and working with new people or whatever it is that you do, inevitably there's going to be misunderstandings and stuff. I mean, I've been booking shows. I paid for a show one time in Raleigh. How much money did I fucking pay? I want to say I paid $100 to rap. It was 10-minute set.
Oh damn!
But I mean, it's.
Did you get any good promotion out of it though, or anything?
Oh yeah, they used to pack the houses, man. It was with this one particular promotion company, and they had a whole bunch of dope artists that they would go around with, and they still do. And I don't have any hard feelings against them necessarily, but it's just that particular night, like that was just a bad night. Like I paid to rap and like be whatever reason it may have been, technical difficulties, etc. But I didn't get to rap till like 3 a.m. There was like 8 people in the building. You know what I mean? Like,
oh damn!
Everybody went first. Like I was literally like the last guy to rap, and I'm like, it's wild. So yeah, not bad. You have a couple. I mean, but there's been, that's one show out of 25 that I've done with them people. You know what I mean? And like they pack their fucking houses out and then rock the fuck out. And I like performing in Raleigh because Raleigh is a lot less cliquish, I guess. I'm a lot more acceptant. Like they like the artsy shit. You know what I mean? I don't have to be like 100% the baby trap rap. You know what I mean? To get any type of recognition, I guess. No, I'm being cliche and over exaggerating, but when it comes down to it, like somebody like me that gets up on stage and in one breath I'm about to like bar play you to death and then turn right around and sing you a love song, there's not a whole lot of like, your crowd has to be pretty acceptant.
Yeah.
The people that are there for the, you know what I mean, for the baby I'm reckless and romance, they're not gonna want to fucking hear fucking we back at it.
Yeah.
Stab the fuck off, you know what I mean? I'm back at it. Crack at it. Fat faggot, 2 backhanders in back of the jack wagon. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. They ain't gonna want to hear about emptying clips and all kinds of shit.
No. And I don't rap about emptying clips anyways. I ain't no fucking gangster, but my point being is you can be disrespectful on a fucking song and not be gangster at all. So I have a lot of disrespectful ass music, man. Some of my raps disrespectful as hell. And so it is what it is. But it reminds me of this one time I threw a fucking a mixtape release party at the same exact venue, ironically, that I opened up for Nappy Roots that time. But a whole bunch of the people crowded in there, man. It wasn't too big of a crowd. It was maybe like 50 people there. But pretty fun little time. Catered it, fucking cooked like 80,000 chicken wings, man. So good. So we're in there just vibing or whatever. And I had put on the flyer that it was a family-friendly show because the album that I was promoting was that Call Me When You Get This album, which came out in 2020 or 2019. Yeah, 2019, I guess. Damn, time is fucking flying.
Hell yeah.
But so it's a love album. Like it's completely R&B, synthy, blubbering, sit on the couch and eat ice cream and cry into your pillow music. Which is fine because I listen to metal, but inevitably somehow I open my mouth and that's what comes out of me. I don't, whatever.
Hey, sometimes it happens, bro.
So I booked these couple of different acts. This is the show that I was throwing out. This was like through a promoter or anything. This is something I put together. We all, everybody spread the word and whatnot. And so where the hell was I even going with this? Oh yeah, my boy Killa. That's where I was. So speaking of like, being offensive essentially. So I had told everybody it was a family friendly show, but then I booked this man TVM. I booked my boy Breeze. I booked like a handful of different people that I fuck with from the city. I'm like, y'all pop up, do a little set, show your face, get some food, do your thing, whatever. So everybody comes and they do their thing, and this man Aaron gets on stage and he starts rapping a song he was previewing from his upcoming album. Man, look, this one line, I get lost in the pussy. I'm amazed by it. I fell in love with the booty. I can't wait to hit. What did he say? I vacated other bitches I was fucking with. She only stayed with me because I give amazing dick. I was like, man, what? So there's like this whole crowd of people in here, and I'm like, it's not really a flex or funny or anything. I just think it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of funny. But there was like probably like 3 or 4 little kids in the whole building. Like it's not like it was a preschool class, but there were literally, you know what I mean, like mothers that were like picking their kids up and like walking out. And I was like, well, the ignorance has won once again, and I love it. You know, so what the fuck can you say, bro? When you saw the fucking sign, it said "Dirty fucking White." Like, what did?
No shit, no fucking shit. Hell yeah.
Yo. I'm super sorry. I meant to ask this earlier in the podcast. Your song, what song was it? This song, year was this shit. All right, fuck.
Spit it out, bro.
You know, I got too many goddamn notes here.
I'm gonna make a song called "Shit Fuck."
I think was it this year, the song?
I got a song called "This Year." Yeah,
that one right there was deep. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on in there. Did you get an accident? Something? What's up with the knee?
a whole bunch of shit happened, man. That was my 23rd year, I think. The year that I was 23, and it was like, or 24, 23, 24, but hands down, yeah, probably the worst year that I've ever had. So I mean, just everything in the song is like shit, different shit that happened, man. My crib burned down, like.
Yeah, that's what I want to ask. What was up with that? That shit sounded super crazy.
I was at the studio, and my roommate called me, and she was like, "Bruh," she's like, "You ought to come to the crib." And I was like, "Why?" She said, "Well, it's on fire." And I was like, "Oh goddamn!" So I jumped in the car, and you know what I mean. Me and my homeboy, we peeled over there as fast as we could go, and it wasn't even probably 10 minutes away. And we pulled up, and the fire was on the other side of the building, and that's what I think pissed me the fuck off the most. And I actually made note of it in the song too, as well, as the fact that I had probably a good 20, 30 minutes to get in there and get all my shit and get the fuck back out easily. You know what I mean? They had wrapped the whole place up with tape, and I was like forcing myself through the line of firefighters, like physically fighting them off, trying to get in the door, to the point where the rental manager was like threatening to have me forcibly removed from the property. So I just finally, I was like, whatever, man, it's just shit. It's just possessions, I fucking guess, whatever. What can you say? Maybe this is the universe's way of telling me to, take my knuckles back up and take another swing at something. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense, but.
Oh yeah, it makes sense, bro. It makes perfect sense.
Yo, how did the house catch on fire? Did they find out or no?
So there was this lady that lived on the other side. This is like, I guess, a quadruplex, I guess. Yeah. 4 apartments in each building. And the lady, not only across, but diagonal from us. So there was 2 official stories. The police report was a cigarette. Oh. I have all intents and purposes not to believe that story.
Yeah, hell no.
The other story was that the lady was cooking on the grill, and she caught her big ass acrylic outdoor yard umbrella on fire. And acrylic, when it burns, it's like napalm, it's not,
yeah, definitely.
It's not something you just easily dispel and get rid of, So that's what I heard. And then to make matters worse, she had 4 young kids in the building. Now, once again, this is all hearsay. Obviously, by the time I got there, it was surrounded by firemen, and I was shit out of luck. I just pretty much went and sat back in the car and watched my shit burn the fuck. You know what I mean? Burn all the hell. But turns out that she had 4 little kids in there, and she did not have a green card. She barricaded herself in the fucking house, and the firefighters had to like, ha-cha! Fucking
yeah,
go Kung Fu Panda on the door,
Yo, I'm glad you said that, because I thought you were about to go really dark and be like, she barricaded herself in and ended up dying. So I'm glad that they did that, because I was like,
oh yeah, they man, them little flimsy ass doors on them apartments. That's where I keep it sticky, man. A motherfucker could use a card and get in our door, man. I'll be damned.
Definitely.
Yeah, that was not a good place to live. It wasn't the hood necessarily, I guess, by definition. I don't know. I shouldn't. It's hard to quantify once again, but it was just not a nice area, man.
Yeah, I will say that song was really good and it was deep. Like I was like, oh man, he's been through some shit on that year.
It's one of those that I had to do, and I wasn't even going to put it out, man. But I just kept. I showed it to a couple of key people that I take their advice kind of seriously. You know, you always got a couple of different homeboys in your life where if they tell you something, you know what I mean, you got to really think about it. And I showed it to my one homeboy, and he was like, dude, you got to put this out, man. Even if you don't ever listen to it again, put it out so somebody else is going through some shit can listen to it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever, man. So I put it out. Never shot a video to it. Never did anything. Whatever. It was just something that I had to get out of my fucking head, bro. Like, get the fuck out.
Yo, clearly whoever told you to put it out was right because it caught my attention enough to put notes in my phone to talk about it. So he was right on that one.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate you bringing it up, man. It was a pretty savage ass song, dude. There was a chick in there. Like I had to talk one of my best friends off the lips of a loaded gun. Fucking
yeah.
A couple of different crazy things happened. This chick I was trying to date had a 5-year-old daughter, and her ex-husband like doing heroin in front of the kid, and I was trying to save her from him basically, and she ended up going right back with him. To this day, they got another kid, and they're back together, and he's still using.
Damn.
What the fuck, man? You know, I try to like I'm not Captain Save-A-Ho, but
just a crazy world, man.
Hey, you know, if you want a place to, you know, hide from a motherfucker.
Yo, I think we've been going longer than we thought we would. Yo, Tito, you got that song?
Oh, play yeah, I got it queued up right here, man. Already, here we go. Some DirtyWhite.
I can barely hear that.
It should sound better through the link, I would imagine.
Oh, okay. All right,
I
perfect.
hope so.
Shout out my boy Aaron Cohen.
Let's go.
Woo. Yeah. Okay.
What year is this?
Huh?
You know what year this is?
That I dropped the song?
Yeah.
2021? Or no?
Oh, you dropped it this year?
Pretty sure. I think so.
It's your song.
No, May 2020. I'm sorry.
All right.
Since I was a kid at a case of the buckets, I've been out here screaming suck it. I'm a renegade like M&J, and the realness you see it emanate. While y'all kids is hella fake. I'm a time bomb, I detonate. Young guy with a crazy flow, and I never been lazy, bro. Still fuck you, pay me, bro. See, getting wavy, bro.
Get it.
Money like the 80s, though. You know I ain't scared. I can toe with you.
Hey.
Especially that hook right there, dude. Get it. Get that shit.
Everything was shredding in my sweatpants. I could dribble this shit with my left hand. Bring along the mic, we could def jam. Probably put the whole play on the webcam. Purple gold strings, RP to a great man. Yeah, now please kindly imagine a version of me that's lacking in person.
Yo, DirtyWhite, drop all your links for people to go follow you.
Singing, balancing ambition and talent. Wait, I made the beat and goddamn it, it's slapping. I got with these rappers and read my verses off at their napkins. I rap till my throat shut like anaphylactic reactions. I chill with the Titanic and turn it to a disaster. Bitch, I'm 10 toes to the door. In the motherfucking Lorax too. Got my trick finger squeezing, he gon' blow at you. Get the laser, put it on you like an old tattoo. Yeah, bitch, you know I snap like some rope bamboo. Where the ceiling at? Show me where the floor at too. Plus I got my homie Mr. Cohen in the studio acting crazy, dog. I ain't talking boy at too. You know I ain't scared. I go toe to toe with you. Put me on the mic and I'ma show you what to do. I ain't about to lie, I just wanna tell the truth. Somebody call a bank, I need my credit where it's due, I swear.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I like that little jam, man. That motherfucker go.
Hell yeah.
That
I ain't gonna lie. I heard that shit like 3 or 4 times today because I had you on Spotify the whole time.
Yeah, that's badass.
Hey man, that was badass, man. Hell yeah. Hey man, I gotta say too, man. Yo, you're versatile as fuck, bro. For real, for real.
No, I be trying, man. I be trying. What I love about credit, man, and I'm like you said, I mean, I know we've been going a while. I'm not tripping on no time, but I just want to say this one thing about credit that's really dope. So it's like a small world, I guess, if that makes sense. So like, you know Hobson, right? You know who Hobson is?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
He's smooth as hell.
Oh yeah, Hobson is the man. So he was signed to Funk Volume, okay, back in like 2012. He broke up with them, and he's been on, doing independent music ever since. Whatever. So he was signed with Funk Volume with this dude named Jaron Benton, and you may not have heard of him because I don't think he was like technically as famous as Hobson became, but Jaron Benton is fucking fire too. Don't play with him. Like Jaron, if I could put you on to one more person, Jarren Benton, Jaron Benton. But dude is a monster. Anyhow, point being is, I go to Atlanta, another totally different trip or whatever. We go down there, we throw a party, we did a performance. It was at a skate park. It's fucking lit as hell. I loved it. There was a DJ that was DJing the event, and his name was Dirty Martinez. And I was like, well, isn't this convenient? So I go up and introduce myself or whatever. So, all right, now fast forward, a couple years later to, May 2020 when I did the song. And I'm on my Instagram looking at DJ Dirty Martinez, and I see he's on stage DJing for Jaron Benton. I'm like, this is so fucking dope. I had no idea, you know what I mean, that a random DJ that had DJ'd my party, down in Atlanta would be doing, that type of, I just didn't know those worlds were connected, And then a couple weeks after that, I see Aaron Cohen, the dude that's on the song with me there, and he actually is on the fucking tour. I just didn't see any pictures or like validation, you know what I mean? Until a couple weeks later, I realized, I was like, wait a minute, these guys are on tour together. Like all 3 of these people, like I knew about Jaron for a long time, and then I met the DJ, but then to have Aaron come on board randomly, I was like, yo, this dude could spit. I'm like, what the fuck? All right, yep, we got to make something shake, man. So I gave him, got him his feature money. He snapped on the fucking track, did his thing. We've got a video lined up and everything, man. I'm not trying to shed too much light on it because the pieces aren't all together yet, but going to New York, hopefully, to do this shit up there where he's at, man. Just go, first video that I've shot somewhere like far, far away. You know what I mean? Fucking right up to New York. But what's wild about that song, though, is that there's a shout out to London Hot Radio. DJ Sim Bombay goes to spin it on London Hot Radio right after I first linked up with him and gave him some shit to spin. He was going to spin credit. We did an interview, and he accidentally downloaded the dirty version. And arguably my name is DirtyWhite, so sometimes my engineer sends files, they'll just say dirty as in the artist name, and DJs get confused and think it's not the clean version or whatever. So point being is the confusion happened, and DJ Sin downloaded the dirty version and played it on FM radio. So my first introduction to London was Aaron Cohen. Fuck you and the click you claim. Get fucking lit, Aaron.
Yeah, no shit. That's fucking badass, bro.
Welcome to the South, motherfucker.
Holy shit. God damn.
Hell yeah. That's dope as hell.
Yo, that's fucking badass, man. Hey,
DJ Sin was not pleased. I mean, shout out to him. I love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely, I send him both versions, man. They were definitely both in the email, but it just, my confusion with my name led to that. And he just, what can you do? He's over there trying to run a good straight up, FM station. And I, that's why I sent him the clean one to begin with. I'm not against that. It's all good. But he still fucks with me, man. He knows I love him, man. It's all good. It's all love.
Hey, that's fucking badass though, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like that's fucking badass.
Like because like he literally asked me on the air, you know what I mean? Like, did you send me the clean version? I'm like, yep, it's right there in the email. He's like, yep, I got it. Here it is. Fuck you, the click you claim.
Hey, yo, man, I just gotta say, hey, DirtyWhite, man, I appreciate you coming on the show with us, man. It's been fucking live, bro, for real. Much love, man.
Yo, Dirty, you wanna shout out some of your links to whatever you want?
So I put a bunch of them in the chat if that's relevant. The main thing that I really want to plug over and above all, first I want to say thank you for having me on. It's awesome. We've been Twitter
familiar.
Yeah, we've been Twitter homies for far too long for this to just now have been happening. But many good returns. Anytime you guys want me back, I'm back. I'm always working on new shit, so I'm always gonna have some bullshit to spew. You know what I mean? If you're with it, I'm with it. The main thing that I really want to promote as of now, stay tuned. I got a new video coming up. It's a new song nobody knows about. Like, it's pretty fucking intense. It's crazy. I work really hard on it, so I'm excited about that. It's coming out with a whole launch and rollout, and I'm not gonna say anything about it at this point in time. But currently, my entire life for the past couple, probably like 6 or 8 months, has been Reckless and Romance. That's what I'm trying to push. That's my Grammy winner. You know what I mean? That's my Grammy winner. I feel like, or one of them could be. So, to put the proper attention behind it requires a budget, requires, people working together. So once again, it's invaluable to do this type of stuff. And I just can't shout y'all out enough for being the active people that are retweeting the shit, sending the shit out. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter how many hundreds of dollars I pay Facebook. Facebook putting an ad in your face is never going to be as meaningful as Everett walking up to somebody and going, "This motherfucker here." You know what I'm saying? Just like I did with all the people earlier when I put you on, and y'all are little, you know what I'm saying? Y'all going to go look that shit up because I said it on my good word. You know what I'm saying? That's some fire ass shit. Yeah. It's always going to be superior to, "Oh, here's a 3-second blurb. Here's why you should follow my page."
Yeah.
But,
hell yeah, man.
Much love. So go check out Reckless and Romance. I'm running Google ads on it, Facebook ads on it, word of mouth, everything that I can do. We pushed it up to, I think it's like over 20K now. So subscribers steadily going up and shit.
Anytime you got anything you want to promote, whatever, you want to do a podcast, you hit us up and we got you.
All right. Big bet.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to start doing something. Weekly. You know what I mean? So I might have to have y'all on as a guest. Next time I'll have y'all on, as a guest on my shit.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Appreciate it, bro. For real.
I'm with it.
Hell yeah.
All right, man. You have a good night.
We'll see
I appreciate y'all, man. Look, send me the link. Send me whatever you need so I can share it.
Hell yeah,
100%,
man.
yo.
My man.
You already know, bro.
Peace. There it is.
And that's it, bro.
Hell yeah. Went way longer than we thought.